Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone who are present here today. My name is Muhammad Sabri bin Eji Hashim, and this morning we are going to present our presentation focuses on the effectiveness of trade unions, specifically the National Union of Plantation Workers, or NUPW. This part of our coursework for Industrial Relations, HRM656, under the guidance of our lecturer, Dr. Sharifah Mastura binti Syed Abu Bakar. Let me take a moment to introduce our team members. Muhammad Sabri bin Eji Hashim, which is myself, Ari Natasha Ana Rajiz, Muhammad Kamil bin Ibrahim, Azlina binti Aziz, Suhaili binti Ismail, and Muhammad Awalin bin Khalili. Today, we aim to highlight on how NUPW addresses the challenges faced by the plantation workers in Malaysia, its contributions and recommendations to further improve its effectiveness.
Background of NUPW. The National Unions of Plantation Workers, known as NUPW, was established in 1954 to represent the interests and welfare of plantation workers in Malaysia. At the time, workers faced several challenges including poor working conditions, extremely low wages, and substandard housing. Over the years, NUPW was been instrumental in advocating for first, minimum wages for workers, second, improved housing and health care benefits, third, fair labor practices to ensure workers' rights are protected. Despite the progress, the union faces new challenges such as adapting to industry mechanization and in addressing issues related to migrant workers. This makes the roles of NUPW even more critical in today's evolving plantation sector.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Muhammad Kamil. Slide number 3 is methodology. To evaluate the effectiveness of NUPW, we adopted a qualitative research approach by conducting interview with two key participants. The first interview is Ms. Siti Rasmah, the chairperson of the Welfare and Social Service Community, who provide insight into NUPW's strategy, initiative and challenges. The interview number 2 is Encik Farhan Abdullah, a long-serving in NUPW members, who share his personal experience and the union's impact on his life. The interviews were conducted over the phone for convenience and accessibility. We analyze the data using the thematic analysis, which help us to identify recurring patterns such as the first is the socio-economic challenges faced by the worker. Number 2 is the effectiveness of NUPW's program, and the last is area where improvement is needed. Next, slide number 4 is finding overview. The finding of our study reveal the plantation worker continue the face 3 socio-economic challenges. The first key is low wages. Workers' wages have not kept pace with inflation, making it hard for them to meet basic needs like food, education and transportation. The key number 2 is poor housing condition. Many workers live in poorly maintained quarters with inadequate facilities, creating significant health and safety concerns. The key number 3 is employer non-compliance. Employer often delay or fail to honor collective agreement such as wage increasement or housing improvement, leading to frustration among the workers. Despite these challenges, NUPW has played an essential role in improving the life of workers through wage negotiation, housing allowance, and healthcare program. However, there is a room for further improvement in
Hi, I'm Azliza. Objective 1, Socio-Economic Challenge. Let's break down the three main socio-economic challenges faced by plantation workers. Challenge number 1 is employer compliance. Many employers fail to implement collective agreements such as wage increment or housing repairs. This non-compliance creates uncertainty and dissatisfaction among workers. For example, workers often complain about delayed payment and deteriorating housing conditions that are not addressed despite being promised. Challenge number 2, low wage and rising costs. Plantation workers' wages are not sufficient to keep up with the rising cost of living, especially for essentials like food, transportation, and education. This leaves many workers in financial distress, unable to save for emergency or long-term needs. Challenge number 3 is poor housing condition. Many workers live in dilapidated and unsafe quarters, often provided by employers. These quarters lack proper sanitation and maintenance, making it difficult for workers to live with dignity. Next is objective number 2, role of NUPW. The National Union of Plantation Workers has actively addressed this challenge through several key initiatives. Number 1 is wage negotiation and advocacy. NUPW negotiate with plantation owners to ensure fair wage for workers. A recent example is the 10% wage increment, which benefit over 30,000 workers, helping them cope with inflation and rising costs. Number 2 is housing and financial support. To address poor housing condition, NUPW has introduced housing allowance range from 100 to 200 per month. While this alleviates financial pressure, the union acknowledges that more needs to be done to improve housing infrastructure itself. Number 3 is healthcare initiative. NUPW organize free healthcare for workers and their families, offering essential services like vaccination, dental care, and medical checkup. These programs are particularly valuable for workers living in remote areas to reducing their reliance on expensive private healthcare services.
The initiative implemented by NUPW have a tangible impact on worker leave. 1. Wage increments. The 10% wage increment has provided workers with greater financial stability, helping them manage daily expenses and save for the future. Second, healthcare programs. The free health camps have been highly successful, with 85% of participants reporting improved health awareness and better access to care. And third, educational support. NUPW provide annual scholarship of 1,000 for workers' children, helping them pursue education without financial strain. The union also organized adult literacy programs, empowering workers to develop new skills and improve their quality of life. While NUPW has been effective, there are areas that require further improvement. We propose the following recommendations. 1. Strengthen employer compliance mechanism. Collaborate with government agencies to conduct regular inspection. Introduce anonymous grievance reporting system to ensure accountability. Second, advocate for wage linked to inflation. Negotiate annual wage review tied to inflation rate, establish a sector-specific minimum wage standard to provide workers with fair compensation. Third, improve housing infrastructure. Advocate for stricter regulation requiring employers to maintain safe housing. Propose a subsidized housing fund to address long-term housing needs. Fourth, expand healthcare initiative. Introduce mobile healthcare unit for remote workers. Push for employer-sponsored health insurance scheme. 5. Enhance education and training program. Partner with institutions to offer vocational training. Expand scholarship to benefit more members and their families.
In conclusion, the National Union of Plantation Workers has made significant strides in improving the life of plantation workers, particularly through wages negotiations, healthcare, and educational initiatives. However, persistent challenges such as employer non-compliance and poor housing conditions require continued attention. Moving forward, collaboration between unions, employers, and government agencies will be crucial to achieving sustainable improvement. Thank you for your time and attention. We now welcome any question you may have.